We've all been there. You chuck on some random anime you found in a dark corner of the internet, expecting a bit of background noise while you doom scroll your phone. And then, episode 1 ends. You're sat there, phone's forgotten, and it feels like someone's parked a bloody car on your chest. Yeah, that. So let's get into it. This is Top 10 Guy, and these are 10 lesser known anime with first episodes that grab you by the throat and refuse to let go. And I mean properly refuse. Kicking us off at number 10, Kotaro Lives Alone. On paper, this is a comedy about a 4-year-old who moves into his own flat and acts like a tiny samurai. Sounds cute, right? Bit weird, but cute. And for the first few minutes, you are laughing. But then, things start to feel off. The way he buys certain items, the way he doesn't react to pain, it dawns on you slowly, like properly slowly, that this kid isn't quirky, he's surviving. By the time the first episode ends, you feel almost guilty for chuckling at the start. It's not a jump scare, it's a gut punch that creeps up behind you and taps you on the shoulder. Heavy stuff. Number 9. Astra Lost in Space. 2063. School trip to another planet. You've got your standard class of teenagers, a bit of drama, bit of banter, and then a giant ball of light just swallows them. Next thing you know, they're materializing in deep space. Actual deep space. No oxygen, freezing, someone's floating away. The panic in this first episode is unreal. It's claustrophobic in a way that shouldn't even be possible in a vacuum. They had the confidence to make this a double-length premiere, and it earns every bloody second. I remember watching it and thinking, alright, I'm not pausing this, I'm not getting a drink, I'm stuck. Number 8. Deca-Dence. Okay, so imagine someone watched Attack on Titan and said, yeah, I can do that, but I'm also going to ruin your brain. Humanity lives in a massive moving fortress fighting giant monsters. Standard post-apocalyptic fare. Looks gorgeous, big mechanical punch at the end of the episode. Brilliant. But then, the final minute happens. Something occurs that makes you realise this isn't the genre you signed up for. At all. I can't say what, but the sheer audacity of the twist. Like, it doesn't just change the plot, it changes the entire show's DNA. I had to rewind it because I thought I'd misread the subtitles. Number 7. The Executioner and Her Way of Life. Now, if you're tired of isekai, and let's be real, who isn't at this point, this first episode is like therapy. It opens with the most generic, transported to another world protagonist you've ever seen. Arrogant, overpowered, thinks he's the main character. And he meets this lovely priestess girl who seems like his love interest. You're sat there, rolling your eyes, preparing for 6 episodes of harem nonsense. And then, the show commits an act of violence against the entire genre. I remember the exact noise I made. It wasn't a word, it was just shock. Beautiful, satisfying shock. Right, before we get into the top half, drop a comment if you've seen any of these, or if there's one I missed that absolutely wrecked you in episode 1. I'm curious. At 6 we have Talentless Nana. Superhero school on an island. Bullied kid with no powers finally finds his ability, saves the day, bonds with the cute new transfer student. Classic underdog story. You're rooting for him. You want this bloke to win. And then, I'm not going to say what happens, but the show pulls the most vicious perspective shift I've seen in years. The rug isn't just pulled out, the floorboards are ripped up and you're falling into the basement. I had to check if I was still watching the right show. It's nasty. It's brilliant. Number 5. Akiba Maid War. 1999. Girl moves to Tokyo to become a maid. Pink, frilly, adorable. You're expecting K-On! In a cafe. Instead, by the end of episode 1, there are bullets flying, blood on the neon lights, and one of the maids is doing a choreographed dance while holding a revolver like she's in a Scorsese film. The tonal whiplash is so severe you might need a neck brace. I was howling. It's not just shocking, it's proper funny. The commitment to the bit is insane. They play it completely straight, which makes it even more unhinged. At number 4, Cross Game. This one's different. No genre switch, no horror twist, just pure emotional devastation. The first episode covers years of childhood friendship, little romances, baseball dreams. It's warm, nostalgic, the kind of thing that makes you go, "Aw," at your screen. And then, out of absolutely nowhere, tragedy strikes. I won't say who or how, but I will say I was not ready. I just sat there in silence for a good 5 minutes. It's not about shock value, it's about loss. And it sets the tone for one of the most quietly devastating sports dramas ever made. Yeah, it's 50 episodes. And yeah, I watched every single one because that first episode broke me. Right, we're getting into the big three. If you're enjoying this and you want more lists that actually respect your time, hit the like button and subscribe. It helps more than you know. Number 3. Ga-Rei 0. This episode is infamous. It introduces an entire military squad. Personalities, backstories, dynamics, the lot. You spend 20 minutes getting to know them, figuring out who your favourite is, ready for the season ahead. And then, the show pulls a move so violent and so absolute that you can't believe it just happened. I can't tell you what, but I can tell you this. Whatever investment you just made, the show cashes it in immediately. And not in a good way. In a, I am traumatized and need to keep watching way. I watched this with a mate and he just turned to me and went, is the rest of the show just credits? Coming at number 2, School Live. Cute girls, school club, slice of life, bright colours. Bit of a weird premise. They live at school, but whatever, anime's weird. Except, things don't add up. The backgrounds are slightly wrong. The classmates are a bit off, and the main girl is maybe too cheerful. When the reveal hits at the end of episode 1, and again, not spoiling it, but your understanding of everything you've just watched collapses. It's not just a twist, it's a complete reconstruction of reality. I felt cold, like physically cold. The direction is so subtle that on a rewatch, you spot things that make you want to applaud the animators. Absolute masterpiece of a pilot. And number 1, To Your Eternity. This isn't a twist. It's not trying to trick you. It's just devastating. An immortal orb falls to Earth, becomes a wolf, and meets a lonely boy in a frozen wasteland. The boy is waiting for his people to come back. He's got hope that could break your heart. And the two of them set out across the ice. That's it. That's the episode. Hardly any dialogue. Just snow, silence, and suffering. I cried. I'm not ashamed to admit it. I proper cried. Yeah. It's 20 minutes of the most focused, cinematic storytelling anime has ever put in a premiere. It doesn't need a gimmick. It just needs you to sit there and feel your soul leave your body. If you watch one first episode from this entire list, make it this one. It's not just unforgettable, it's perfect. So there you have it, 10 anime that knew exactly what they were doing in episode 1 and never let you recover. If you want more recommendations that won't waste your time, check out my video on the 10 best completed anime under 24 episodes. It's right there on screen now, and trust me, every single one is a banger from start to finish. Go watch it. I'll see you there.